Hello.
Hello.
Intelligence, perception, awareness. In what order? What encapsulates what?
No, this is too intellectual.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Do you think there exists something called karma?
I don't know. Hello.
Hello.
Do you have a question?
Yeah. Why is this room so silent?
Hello.
Hello.
I have a question about prophecy, sudden visions of the future. Are these, in all cases, mere illusion, or are they instructional in some way towards a certain future truth?
That's a good question. I don't know. There are people who have the ability to see into the future and to forecast things. I can't speak authoritatively about that.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Is there a difference between the way you perceive your mind and how most people perceive their mind, and what's the difference?
I don't think it's worthwhile to go into what I do versus what other people do. I think the only thing in your life matters is you yourself. And if the way that you go about doing things is helping you and is effective, then continue on. And if it is not, then examine why it is not.
Hi, thanks for doing this. Your words certainly have some magic. They trigger something within. So my question is that once you get into that process of finding out that understanding, and you realize that all the things that you've been chasing are actually worthless, and that you find a void, and things look kind of meaningless, and you again jump onto something which you actually know are meaningless. How do you get out of that?
Why would you want to get out of that?
Yeah, because think again, after you peel everything, then there's a void which you're not used to, and you feel very uncomfortable.
So then it depends. Are you looking for comfort? Are you looking for being comfortable and looking for things that you're used to? Because you started off with something very sincere. This is probably the most sincere question I've heard tonight. The greatest drivel that I've heard are from the people who haven't read anything that I've written, not because they haven't read it, but because they've come with cosmetic nonsense. You started off with a very good question. And then at the end, you said, how do I get out of that? Why would you want to get out of seeing the meaningless of things? It is precisely in seeing the meaninglessness of things. It is precisely in seeing the insignificance of things that is the truth. Why would you want to get out of that?
Because we've never been there, and you don't know.
Then if you seek comfort, then it is best to remain precisely where you are. And that isn't a good or a bad thing.
Yeah, I know.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for doing this. I've not read any of your work, but I have heard you on a few podcasts. And this is my second question to you. How do you seek happiness in your daily life?
I'm not sure which podcast you listen to, but happiness is an absolute myth.
Good evening, Dr. Gupta.
Hello.
Could you speculate on the future of economics as a discipline?